Welcome everybody out to the Late Night Facecheck. My name is Valkamer, and today we are here with special guest Raka from the NGS Volunteer and Caster teams. And Raka, refresh me, which division are you a moderator of this season?
This season, I'm actually the moderator of B West,
Okay.
which bothers me slightly because that means my title is the West mod, and it just sounds too
Well, I will make sure to call you by the full title of the official moderator of Division B West. So, well, tell us a little bit about you. You've been in Nexus Gaming Series, I want to say for 3, maybe 4 seasons now.
This is my third, although I don't know if I actually count as being in it this season because I'm more focused on casting.
Well, we absolutely need casters, so I think that very much counts, and we're lucky to have so many casters in Nexus Gaming Series. So I have a little bit of background knowledge in that I know your original team of car crash sounds, and but tell the folks at home, how did you find car crash sounds? What roles do you like to play in Heroes of the Storm? And and then we'll transition into how you got into casting.
So well, actually, that's a weird story too. But the short version is Car Crash Sounds Found Me. I was kind of chased around and told to go out and do organized play with starting with GGS. GGS was really good, but it was such a wide dichotomy of skill that I kept feeling like I was holding back the other team members. So I decided to just be a free agent, and then Anaressa found me, and then I got picked up, and then I was terrible and got better over the course of a season.
It's okay. I think most of us are actually pretty terrible at this game, so don't be hard on yourself. We're all learning our way through. So that was season 10 then?
That was season 11.
Season 11. I suppose I should be able to do better math than that. It's only -3, but and did you dive into casting that very season, or was it not until the next season?
Nope. That's what the weird thing is. I actually dived into casting probably season 9 or 8. So
Okay.
I was casting well before I was playing.
Got it. Got it. And what would you say kind of gave you that drive to become a caster in NGS?
So what it was is that um well, actually, first of all, I should say that most of my casting was actually done over on Heroes Lounge originally, and then I moved over to NGS whenever I came over and started playing for NGS. Although I do think I did a couple of NGS casts like back in the day, but I do not remember. Um, but what kind of gave me that drive is that I always did casts of StarCraft, even though I was terrible at 1v1 StarCraft. I still just enjoyed the analysis and the storytelling and all of that, and it was sort of a natural shift over into um, being able to do the NGS casts.
Nice. I too have a StarCraft background. I'm a Terran player. I think I've made it as high as gold, which is anymore I'm nowhere even close. I'm so rusty. Um,
I I think I made platinum once ages ago, and around that time, this was when the game was very new. That was when people started like microing a lot more and moving back, and I couldn't shoot them, and I was just like, well, this is boring. So
uh, well, very good. And I want to say, did you have the very most casts last season, or were you second? I think you were the most.
I was the most by I think like one or two. Um, I think I just barely edged out Crushinator. And then
Nice.
actually, season 11, I was the second most. Bankai did destroy me that season.
Bankai has had some seasons where he just goes crazy on casting. It's interesting to me, having been around for I guess now 8 seasons, watching the just this. There's always seems to be a couple of really core casters, and then I think there's quite a few, call it ancillary casters, if you will, and because of that, we're able to just hit fantastic numbers for total games cast within NGS, which is just fantastic. There's definitely something special here, and I think casters like you are very much a reason that we have a great league.
I mean, I absolutely agree. I think there's a certain allure to being able to be out there and have someone like commentate your game.
Oh, sure.
Maybe
It's
not now.
it's very exciting. Thanks, Kat. um, it is very exciting to have your game broadcast, and I can think back to the very first times that we had a cast. So again, thank you for all your efforts there. I know the community appreciates it. And on the topic of casting, the clip that you have provided for me today is titled, I believe it's Such Good Casting. But let's see here. So let's go into this clip. We've got Wood League Airlines and Ice Crown Citadel Knights. I believe this is last season. Is that correct?
It is. It was a season 12 because they've all changed their names to ICC. I think because they were like, we only get 26 characters and we're using like 17 in Ice Crown Citadel.
Ah, I see. That makes sense. All right, here we go. Oh,
But we do have the bombardment beginning. The six cap is complete. They will go and get this cleaned up very, very quickly, but it looks like 2 shots will come out first. Oh my god.
I I enjoyed the final
I have such good casting.
sound effect that you gave there. And then the final line of "I have such good casting." I was not anticipating the triple cap to bring us so quickly to 0 health left on the core there, but the rapid fire nature of your broadcast there with I am having that play again in my ear. Excuse me. All right.
I was very much the same. I remember where I was when I was like casting that. I was watching this thing play out, and I'm like, okay, someone will be cast. And all of a sudden, I glance down the minimap, and I just see this torrent of orbs going towards, and I was like, oh god!
Well, it was 16 core health, because again, it started to loop on me there, which is just crazy. Would you say that? I mean, obviously this one's a fun one to show, but what would you say is the most exciting single moment that you've ever broadcast?
So most likely, and I do not remember which teams this were. I'm sorry, but there was a moment where there was a pitched back and forth battle on Towers of Doom again. Um, and it ended up being that there were sappers walking down the bottom lane, and they were just the last few people were just trying to get enough delays in to stop the turn in until the sappers could make their way over the line because no one was down there stopping them. So it was almost like one of those movies where you're like trying to fight against a timed event.
And just a lot of stress going into that moment. And
Because it was
so,
it was it was super clear that the one team was going to lose the team fight. They just had to delay the channel long enough.
well, now the question is, did they delay long enough or
They
okay.
absolutely did.
Just had to make sure that we all got the conclusion of that fight.
If I remember correctly, it was even a situation where one of them was up trying to take back a fort. The other four were fighting, but they were fighting 5v4, and they end up taking back the fort before one turn in happens. But because the fort was taken, that one doesn't end the game, and the second tribute would end the game. And it was just there was a lot.
It sounds like it. It sounds like it. Well, again, Raka, thank you for all your casting. We are going to go into the lightning round of questions. You will have 60 seconds beginning as I finish reading the first question to answer just as many of these questions as you can. The record, folks, is 14. So to break the record, you got to get to 15 because we only have whole questions here. Raka, are you ready?
I am.
All right. What hero? Oh, I gotta. All right, now my mouse is over the start button here. What hero
Sorry, up.
has the most needed rework?
Oh, oh, I even thought about this question. Probably, actually, I'm not going to get the record at this point. I actually would say Zarya, actually. She has a very, very niche kit.
Okay, best hero to host a party.
Oh, no question. Tracer.
Best hero aesthetically.
Mira Han, if she was a hero, because
Okay.
she's not probably Urel.
Favorite map.
Braxis.
Skin you want added to the game.
Ooh, that's a good question. Probably a like Kerrigan skin for Diablo.
Okay. Best hero's workout buddy.
Zarya.
Which hero would have the best TV show?
Murky.
Best non-HOTS Blizzard game.
StarCraft 2.
And I got the timer going in my ear here. All right, let's count up and see what you made it to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A very respectable number. Not quite enough
More
to
than I
take the
thought.
record, but all right. So we've already talked about StarCraft. I'm interested here. So for our deep dive, you mentioned you wanted a Kerrigan-like skin for Diablo. Tell me kind of what you see going into that.
So I see it as being sort of the Diablo skin, except kind of like they had that Craft Wars event where Arthas got a Kerrigan skin. I wanted to go the other way, but it would be an actual skin for Diablo in the Leia, like female Diablo form, with the wings coming off the back. The like fire that would go back would be this like shadowy orb, and then you have the claws come back in. Although obviously they wouldn't actually pull, but you can't change the core mechanic.
Sure.
And uh, obviously the apocalypse could have the spines come up everywhere.
Okay. Okay. I I always think it's fun to theorize the different skins that could be out there, and I'm definitely for more fun with the Diablo characters and even Diablo themselves. And so I'm all in. Let's do it. Blizzard, please watch the show and please put Raka's skin design in the game. Well, we have made it to the end, my friend. Thank you for being here on the Late Night Face Check. What shoutouts do you have?
Biggest shoutouts would probably be to CCS, because they're the ones that got me into the scene. They're the ones that took me the first time, and now I've been propelled to fame and stardom. Um, Other than that, GGS in general, they were the first place I actually got to experience competitive HOTS. And I know I'm forgetting some. I'm going to feel really bad about it. Um, Probably also ICC, because they were the first ones that really, like, I never played with them, but I was very, very involved with them before I found a team.
Very nice. A lot of great groups out there, absolutely. Well, Raka, again, thanks for being here. My traditional sign off, folks, of course, is hi, Mom. Thanks for being here with the Late Night Face Check. Mind the bushes, have fun out there in the Nexus. Check out nexusgamingseries.org and follow this channel for more fantastic content, and we'll see you in the Nexus. Thanks, everyone.